What up, this Woody Woods, this just in. I came across this video. It's about the opioid epidemic, because OxyCotin really is the catalyst for the entire opioid epidemic. It's the starting point. Purdue Pharma and the Sacklers lied and said that this drug wasn't addictive and pushed doctors to prescribe it to more than just cancer patients and people dying. And this video was used to show doctors and patients and talk them into giving these regular people like me and you who aren't dying of cancer OxyContins and getting them hooked. I, back then, was a 17-year-old kid that they gave these drugs to. They gave these fucking drugs to a 17-year-old kid. Yeah, I had surgeries and stuff in my life, but at that point I didn't have one for a while, and I was already doing everything. Like, of course, opioids made me feel better. Opioids make everybody feel better, bro. So we're going to watch this video. I'll make some commentary on it. It's a great video. Stick around. In 1988, Purdue Pharma distributed a promotional video to 15,000 doctors telling them how OxyContin improves 7 patients' lives. 14 years later, here's what happened. John Sullivan took OxyContin to relieve his lower back pain.
I got my life back now. Now I can enjoy every day that I live. I can really enjoy myself. And before, even a good day was hell. I mean, I couldn't enjoy nothing. But now I can enjoy myself. That's when it says wonderful. I look at the future the same way a young guy, 25, 30-year-old would.
Over time, his family said John became addicted to OxyContin and other narcotic painkillers.
His biggest problem was he would sleep a lot.
Not out.
I mean, he was at the point where could be sitting in here talking like I'm talking and fall right off to sleep while he was talking.
Catching on.
I went to the point where I had to put his socks and shoes on, his clothes on, his shaving, wash his hair, look out at him just like you would look out at a 2 or 3-year-old. He said, I'm in so much pain. I've got to have that pain medicine. He said, I just cannot live without that pain medicine.
People would look at him and literally think, well, he's got to be drunk or he's got to be high on something. They didn't know.
He was high on something.
He was just on a lot of medicine.
One afternoon in 2008, John fell asleep while driving and flipped his truck on County Road in North Carolina. He was killed instantly.
And my phone rang, and it was him. And he said, I can't go no farther. And the highway patrolman told me within 5 minutes after I got off the phone with him, he ran off the road. That's when he ran off the road. And they said what happened, eyewitness behind him said that they thought maybe he'd got distracted, which I knew what was wrong with him. He fell asleep from that medicine. I knew what it was.
Laura started taking OxyContin for severe back pain.
I think when I first started, I was on 20 milligrams in the morning and 20 in the evening. And it worked. It worked.
Since I've been on this new pain medication, I have not missed one day of work, and my boss really appreciates that. Lauren is there every day.
Yeah, make sure you get to work every day, right? Even if you trade your soul and your life and your family. Get there. Make sure you do those reports, right? Those TPS reports. I'm going to have to ask you to stay. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask you to pick up a heroin habit, and so you can be in here on Saturday and get those TPS reports in. That'll be great.
So I'm able to be very productive
Yeah.
person again, which is really great.
Over time, Laura needed more and more of the drug, like everybody.
Eventually, it stopped working, and it got increased. I think it was 40 in the morning and 40 in the evening. And then eventually that...
40 in the morning, 40 in the evening, 40 at supper time. Yeah, I was doing way more than that, man. 80s.
Got increased. This went on for years.
To hell.
I lost my job and I lost my insurance.
You lost your job. The job that your boss was loving it, right? You're loving it until when you didn't have it, you couldn't go to work, right?
So it got to the point where I couldn't afford it, and I didn't buy it. one time, and that was the beginning of the end
Yeah.
for me, because I could no longer afford it. But the time that I went without it was probably the most unbelievable, excruciating,
The worst.
horrible time of my life. The
Worse
withdrawals
than any of the pain that you had before that it was stopping.
were just unbelievable. I just knew eventually I was, I'd probably kill myself, OD, taking this medicine. I would never take another OxyContin. You couldn't get me to take another OxyContin. Never again.
I fell off my bike and my teeth went through my lip, split my lip wide open. They had to sew my lip back shut. Refused the shit because that's such a slippery slope now, man. I couldn't personally do it. I mean, if you don't have an addiction to it and you get hurt, by all means, do it, obviously. But that's the thing. If you abuse it and get to that point, and then comes time you need pain medicine, you're gonna have to make a big decision. You're gonna go through a lot more pain. But just don't let them drag you in. There's no easy way out. Remember, there's no easy way out. Ira Pachir, who suffered from fibromyalgia, credited OxyContin with allowing him to exercise. Yeah, fibromyalgia. This was supposed to be given to stage 4 cancer patients. And the Sackler family, the foreign family, not from America, Sackler family, came here, got flooded our country with OxyContin, opioids, legal heroin, hillbilly heroin, and became millionaires. Didn't serve a day, not one day in jail for it, and they get to leave with billions and billions and billions of dollars. And their victims get nothing, pittance. They have to jump through hoops to get nothing, merely pennies. And they're laughing all the way to the museum with their name on it. Fibromyalgia. The doctor who gave him these should be arrested too.
Physical therapy hopefully will get me strong enough where eventually I won't need to use the drug therapy. But the drug therapy allowed me to do the physical therapy, happening. Which in turn lowered my blood pressure and lowered the blood levels.
A few years later, I was found dead in his apartment at age 62. Way to go. The cause of his death was high blood pressure and heart disease. A police said he had been abusing narcotics. His cousin, Marilyn, said Ira had suffered from mental health problems for years and may have doctor shock.
Periodically, he and I would go have lunch together. In the conversation was always the fact that he was taking lots of meds, he had just seen the doctor, or he was just going to see the doctor, or he was about to meet a new doctor. So the word doctor and meds and pain, those words came up over and over and over again. And I would say, where's the pain? I did ask him that. And he'd say, all over it, especially my back and my arms and my shoulders.
He was taught to say that. Mary Dell, a biotech researcher, also took OxyContin for her pain. She says it still helps her today.
Taking OxyCotin 2 months ago, it was the first time I had felt normal since my original injury.
160 milligrams a day.
All that time I had suffered greater or lesser extent of pain, and now I feel absolutely normal. I love what I do, and it would be just heartbreaking for me if I had to give up my career because my back hurt so much I couldn't work.
Yeah, sell your soul for your career. Listen to this woman, right? Listen to this woman. Just take those dice. I'm gonna give you some dice, right? You're gonna roll them, and if you don't hit snake eyes 10 times in a row, you're gonna be a heroin addict in 10 years. How about that? Like, lady. This.
Is it possible for me to live a more or less normal life?
Susan was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, I appreciate them saying, putting that other woman in and being honest, but it's not helping anybody. I see what that lady's doing. She says OxyContin allowed her to function.
Now, this medication does not turn you into a zombie. It has turned me into an active person again. And all these pictures I look at...
She is a little crazy in her eyes, though.
myself, I look so heavy and so unhappy.
Oh, that's another thing. Girls who I've known who did it have said that they lost weight. They love the weight loss, less eating, and then when they stop, they gain the weight, and that drives them to want to use again. I feel for them, but trust me, you may think you're happier on it and you look better on it. You don't. You look healthier with a little more weight and not on the drugs. I promise you. You look beautiful off of it.
And now I look completely different. I feel different. Life is wonderful again. I have found life again, and it's worth living now.
That's fake dopamine. Artificial dopamine.
I am afraid that people like me,
look at the aging. Look at the aging of this woman. All right, that's 2000. I thought it said 2008, 1998, 2012. All right, 13 years. That's crazy. She goes from this woman, beautiful, good-looking woman, whatever, and goes looking like what's that midget's name from Oh, Behave, that movie with Michael Myers. Mini-Me. She's going from 1998, 13 years, she's looking like Mini-Me, bro.
I'm afraid that people like me, patients with legitimate chronic pain who can't live without these kinds of drugs, in addition to other things I do to manage the pain, I'm afraid we're the ones that are going to pay for it.
No.
We'll be made to suffer.
Oh, you're going to be made to suffer. Guess what? Guess what, lady? We're the ones that are made to suffer. You get to walk around still in pain, whatever, but 200 million other Americans are now affected. They're the ones in pain. They're the ones in pain. Oh, this is so reckless.
If people get...
Look at how much worse this woman looks than she did 13 years ago. This drug did not help her at all. Not at all.
Overwhelmed in this idea that, we have to do away with these or
you're
whatever.
An addict. This is how I used to talk. This is how I used to fucking talk. This took so much from this lady. She thinks it didn't, though. Oh, God. I don't want to get heated before work, but I want to put this quick video out.
It makes me worry for me and how my life is going to be
all
affected.
You care about is yourself. All you fucking care about is yourself.
I can't go back to the way it was back in the...
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't.
In the early
You're
90s.
Right. You can't because you're hooked. You're hooked.
He took the medicine and hopes that was going to change things, but he had no idea. I knew he would have never stayed on it. He would have never got on it if he knew how he would have ended up, years later.
Yes, I can see the pendulum is swinging the other way now, but I just hope it doesn't swing so far as to...
I bet you don't.
...hurt people like
that
me.
You don't get you. Look at she's sweating from it. Yeah, please. I'll say anything. Just give me my medicine.
As part of my pain management.
Scumbag. It's not pain management. It's your drug habit, lady. It's your drug habit. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. This is how most of America got hooked on heroin. Through doctors like this, through videos like this that they sent to the doctors. And trust me, if you want to roll those dice, you will have a couple good feelings. But the pendulum, like she says, it's going to swing the other way where the good feelings aren't good anymore, and they're going to be few and far in between. All right, like and subscribe, please. This is just a little video I saw. I figured I'd put it out. All right, have a good day.